How you going, big world? It's KJ KOOL here. Let's go! Yes, I'm going to talk about iguana again because I have a few things I want to sort out from the last video that I made. This video today, I really wish YouTube, Inia and her family would watch because supporters, they agree with much of what I say. I get very few disagreements with my videos, but let me show you what happened. As I said many times, I have never been monetized with a iguana vid. And the last one I made, I never said her name once. I have replaced it with iguana. Now you can't demonetize because I'm talking about iguanas. They're lizards, all right? So my last video was monetized. Yeah! I don't care about the money, man. I've said it before. I only make $5. But the thing is, when they demonetize you, it takes you out of the YouTube algorithm, and then your video doesn't get shown, it doesn't get suggested. It's a whole ugly story. So I'm pretty pumped. Woo! I'm sure the iguana clan tried to get this taken down, whatever, because they got one of my older ones removed straight after all this talk about her just, you can't say her name. Now this old one I re-uploaded. It was fine. It was there for months, but it was not monetized. The other day, not only was it taken down, I've got a community guideline strike, and that means that I apparently have been cyberbullying. Now, my appeal back to them was, I don't cyberbully. Iguana does, with the stuff that she does every day, influencing young people, people with EDs, all of it. Now, YouTube's twisted because it's just a bunch of bots that work it out. Bots don't understand context. I get that. But this girl should be off YouTube. Not me. I'm just telling the story the way I see it. I'm always very surprised that a lot of people agree with me. So there you go, YouTube. I'm not alone. I do find it intriguing that every time I put out a video, there's some attack from the iguana clan. And the last time, they took my Twitter account down. They didn't just suspend it. I don't know what they said to Twitter, but my whole account was taken. So anyway, that's how they play. That's fine, because I'll just play the same game, because obviously that's how we gotta roll these days, hey? Nearly every video iguana states that she is not a bad influence. She doesn't make anybody watch her videos, and if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. Listen to this little girl, I reckon she's around 12, saying that she wants to look like you. I nearly slipped up. And Iguana says, you don't want to look like me. I think we see a glimpse of honesty and a glimpse of self-awareness. Thanks, Iguana. Appreciate it. But she's always having a go at people's parents, saying, well, don't let your kids watch my videos. Well, this girl, she's a tween. She's not necessarily a kid. And Iguana, I've got a teenager. It ain't that easy to tell them. To tell a 12-year-old not to watch something. They're very cunning. They're very clever. They're more advanced than us when it comes to the digital world. And this is where the problem lies, but you wouldn't know because you've only got the mind of a 12-year-old yourself.
Oh, thank you. I do YouTube too.
What does your shirt say?
It says Rebel Dreamer.
Oh, it's really cool. That's awesome. And I like your headphones too. Those are so cool. They're like awesome.
You're like my thinspo. Like, oh my god, I love your body, and I just have always wanted to like your body and stuff.
Oh, well, thank you, but seriously, don't try to look like me or anything. Like, you're seriously so gorgeous, so don't ever try to be me or try to be anyone else. Like, you're seriously so beautiful, exactly like you are. So don't try to be like, oh, she was so sweet. She was awesome. But no, guys, I would never want her to try to look like me or anything. Seriously, she was so beautiful, and I just hope that she sees that because she was seriously such a gorgeous girl, and she should totally be happy exactly as she is. She's gorgeous.
You're not wrong. She is gorgeous, and she's very impressionable, and she adores you. Can you see the type of role model you're being? Please, get a grip. And here's a comment right here, my last video, stating that this lovely girl is fighting an ED by herself. You go, doggo. We're all behind you. Hey, if anyone wants to support her, go to my comments and just give her all the support she needs because she's halfway there. She can admit that she's got a problem. And I always say, if you can admit it, you're halfway there. The rest is it's a little bit harder work because you're going to have to face some issues and get through it. But we all know Iguana won't admit it. And not to admit it, you're not even halfway there, Iguana. And plus, you're influencing young people, saying that you don't have a problem. I'm going to go into some literature I found. I've been doing hardcore research. How unfortunate a 9-year-old wrote to Sloane asking how she can look like Iguana. I'm actually really happy she wrote to him because he has had an eating disorder and he probably said the most awesome things back to this youngster. And lately, Iguana's been giving Sloane a lot of crap, saying that he is a bully and harassing her. In my opinion, he's actually so kind to you because he's had an ED and he's very caring and he's always sending love to you, Iguana. And for you to then come back to him and call him a bully, that's really mean, because this dude has cried on a live stream talking about you. You don't give a stuff if people care about you. You actually want people to care about you in your way, and your way is accept that I'm gonna die, accept I'm a skeleton, and accept that I love being an anorexic. That's the only way you're going to be kind to anyone. Because anyone else that is worried for you, you say they're bullies. Nothing makes sense. Your brain is starting to get hardcore brainworms, man. And by the way, Crow in the background, you're acting like a real dick today. Did Iguana and all her kooks send you to annoy me? It ain't gonna work. I'm never here to offend anyone that has an eating disorder. I am offended by Iguana's behavior and YouTube's behavior. No duty of care, but mainly Iguana and her family. That they just keep playing this game like, we'll take every video down that you talk about us because we are trying to hide the biggest secret ever. But there's no secret because there's a skeleton on YouTube every day. Now, Doggo has written back, you appreciate that comment, and she's not the only one. Many people have said that with eating disorders, that they appreciate my videos. And to think that Doggo watched mine and she wants to strive for something different. I never thought I'd have that influence, but thanks, man. I'm glad that that's helped you. And I've always been worried that I don't want to offend people with EDs because my videos are more for the people like myself that are just frustrated with the amount of BS that she puts out, Iguana puts out. And I'm just happy that you saw enlightenment from this. You go, Doggo.
Accept the love we think
Thanks,
we
Melissa.
deserve. I don't think you truly think you are deserving of love. If you did, you would not do this to your fans and young audience.
I'm not doing
Please
anything
dig
to my
deep
fans
within
and young
yourself
audience, but
try
I'm
to
sorry
find
you feel
mental
that way.
support for your life. I can't watch you anymore for
That's
your mental
fine.
health.
You don't have
You are
to.
not okay, and it's a damn shame.
You don't know
No
if
one
I'm
is
doing
going
okay
to
or
save you
not.
but yourself. Peace and prayers.
I send you peace and prayers back, and I wish you all the best. But you know, if you feel that I am having like a bad impact on your mental health, I really am sorry about that. But I'm not forcing you to watch my content or to do anything to hurt yourself at all, and I would never want that for you. So if you do feel like my content has like a bad impact on your mental health, then you definitely do not have to watch me at all. And the fact like that, at least like to me, it kind of came off that like she was like kind of saying like I shouldn't be allowed on the internet, or like, I don't know, or just like, that's at least maybe how like I interpreted.
Well, that time, Iguana, you nailed it, because that's exactly what she was saying. And that's exactly what we're all saying. And that's my main point from the first video I ever made. You should be off YouTube. You're a terrible influence on so many people. 2.3 million subs? Give me a break. And do you know why people can't stop coming to your page, Iguana? Because read it right here. From the doctors of the world. They know way more than us. And social media helps people within their eating disorder or within their recovery of their disorder to compare, to get approval, to basically just go straight to social media and have a discussion with someone that's in their state of mind. And that is why you have so many pro-Anna supporters, because they all go to you and go, yay! She picked up a box and didn't crumble. She's nailing it. Are you really that stupid, Iguana, that you don't think that you are the mentor for the pro-Annas and that you are the sick influence on the people that are trying to get better, that try every day not to look at you or go to your page, but then when they do, they feel like they've failed because they get excited but sad at the same time because they're like, I want to be like you, but I know it will kill me. Do you not get that? I truly think you don't get that. And that is why you should be off any social media until you can comprehend the influence, the role modeling that you are doing to the youngsters, because you're not in recovery. And the only way you're going to go into recovery yourself is to get off. the internet. Everyone wants you to get better, me included. Nobody wants you to die because you seem like a lovely person. I don't know who you are behind the camera, but at the end of the day, I really love cute stuff. I love Hello Kitty and all that. I don't watch your channel because I'm not a gamer, blah, 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 blah. But the fact is, a lot of people do, and they think you're cute and you're happy. So why would anyone want you to die? But why do you constantly say people hate you? The only people that hate you are in your mind, because they're the people like me that call you out. And you say we're haters? No way, man. Far from it.
There is, like, I will say, guys, like, kind of like a group of people out there that will actually be, like, pretty hateful towards me. And not only me, like, other people that support me, they've actually gone to, like, pretty far extents to, like, harass other people and, like, hate on other people. So if I kind of came off with an attitude, it might have just been me kind of maybe connecting her. Even, I don't know for sure if she is connected with them. But it might have been me kind of thinking that maybe she was, and you know, kind of thinking back to some of like the messed up things that like some of these people have done to not only me but to other people that like support me as well.
She says it once a day. I'm not forcing anyone to watch me. She's a bit feisty there because anyone that knows an ED or an addiction, when people get close to the love of their life, which is their addiction, they become real feisty and antsy. And we saw a real hardcore glimpse then of her smarmy behavior. I'm sure she does it to her family too. So anyway, Iguana, YouTube, go and inform yourselves. Go and just Google how social media can affect an eating disorder. That's the literature I looked into. I'm sure you can as well, Iguana. And stop saying the same thing every day, that people don't have to watch you. There's a reason why people watch you, and I'm going to explain. I was quite shocked to read that teenagers spend up to 7 hours a day, the worldwide interwebs. That's shocking for someone like me because I didn't grow up in the digital age. I'm really old. No, I'm not. But the thing is, that is why that her influence is such a huge problem, because she doesn't even realize the amount of time people spend there. And young girls who want to be thin and look hot on an Instagram page, they're like, how can I do this? Oh, that's right. Let's go and check out Iguana. How's she doing? It. Here's another very interesting point. That evidence shows that parts of the brain that govern reasoning, good decision making, doesn't really kick in until your early 20s. So all her subs, which are probably youngsters, like teenagers or below or tweens, their decision making is not as great as it can be because their brain's half baked. We all know that. I think back to my early 20s and I was a dickhead. No, was it? Like, don't say that about yourself. My decision making was lame, as I'm sure anyone that has been in their early 20s before, they'd probably agree with me. Oh, by the way, try telling someone in their early 20s that their decision making is not fully baked. Try telling a teenager that. Oh God, I go through it daily. I know nothing compared to my son, and it's quite incredible that I've got to the age I am and I actually know nothing. It's a teenage thing. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but we just got to grin and bear it because we know they'll grow up and go, yeah, I get it. Now, just anyone who's a teenager right now or in their early 20s, enjoy those years of thinking you know everything, because when you become fully blown grown-up adult, you're gonna laugh at yourself. That's fine. That's growing up. There's no diss there. It's just the way it is. We've all been there. And guess what, Iguana? You don't have that luxury anymore. You're not in your early 20s and you're not a kid. So you gotta stop this BS right now. And this particular clip I'm about to show you, it really, really pushed me to make this video, because I don't like making videos back to back on people, but this particular clip disturbed me big time. I saw this comment stating that she did a 8-hour live stream, no drinking water, no eating, and I wonder why she turned into Shakin' Stevens. Yeah! Oi, it's not funny. It's incredibly disturbing. Getting close to, you know what? It's heaven time, Iguana. Interesting. A condition called hypoglycemia may occur in not having enough calcium in the blood, causing muscle spasms. Definitely what's happening. She is a long-term dieter, as it says. They're the people that suffer from this.
Eugenia, you do Twitch. You're on Twitch right now. True. That's the kind of twitching I do, guys. Like, when people say I'm doing Twitches, it's like, well, I'm on Twitch, so I guess I'm twitching because I'm streaming.
Look at her response to people calling her out on this Twitchathon episode on Twitch. She just fully makes fun of everyone, and she actually makes fun of anyone who has an eating disorder, in my opinion, because I'm sure they all suffer from it, and they're seeing her suffer from it. This was an absolute perfect example of her denial and how manipulative, and her self-awareness is the self-awareness of a gnat at the moment, because you don't want to help anyone else that has an eating disorder. You don't want to say to people, yeah, that was muscle spasms, I haven't eaten in days. You want to pretend that you're fine, so all the other people with eating disorders who watch you go, hey, I got muscle spasms, I'm shaking Stevens all day, but Iguana said she's fine. So do addicts like to believe doctors, I ask you? Not generally. They like to believe their other addict friends. It's just how it is. It's human nature, guys.
Guys, I'm actually like a heart surgeon, just so everybody knows. Just in case you guys didn't know that. Just letting you guys know. But yeah, we're all professionals here, guys. You know,
Ha 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 ha. You're a heart surgeon. You're hilarious, Iguana. And all you kooks in your chat, they're all saying that they're astronauts, doctors, blah, blah, blah. And it's all over someone saying that they were a nurse. And she's like, I don't really believe you. Well, these people go into her chat because they're worried for her. And they say stuff. And she's like, well, if you're a nurse, I'm a heart surgeon. You've got a great sense of humor. It's funny that you're laughing about your longevity. What's also funny is you're making fun of people for caring about you. Who's the cyberbully now? Maybe your videos should be taken down, because all you do is live in a world of denial, and you make fun in a very passive aggressive way of anybody who shows any concern, because everyone is wrong and you are right. The only people that you agree with are the kooks in your chats. Actually a very sad story, Iguana. And you've basically just proven my point, what I said before. Who wants to believe doctors, hey? When you're in your illness, when you're in your addiction hardcore, who wants to believe a doctor? Just believe all the peers around you. And guess what? All your peers obviously are pro-ana, or sick fetish Fs that love seeing your emaciated body pick up a box. And you're not hiding your arm spasms. Ever since you were called out last week on that clip, you now have your hands squashed under your legs so people can't see it. But guess what? I can still see your shoulders twitching and your face twitching. You can't stop it. When you don't have calcium in your blood and you've got hypoglycemic issues, you can't stop it, girl. Man, you got to be off YouTube to get better and to stop influencing youngsters. My point from day one, I do have a teenager, and I thank the Lord that he's a boy and he doesn't suffer from body image, eating disorder, any of that. But having a girl, it's a lot harder to maintain a positive body image. I am a girl. It's always been difficult. There's so much more pressure on women, girls to look good, to stay thin, when a dude can be really famous, really popular, and fat, unattractive. Don't matter. But girls, you guys got to try a little bit harder. That's why there is such an issue. And since social media really took off in the 2008, all of that, apparently eating disorders have gone up 60%. That's huge. And that's because the amount of info, media, all of it out there, photo filters making people look thinner than they are, people striving for things that don't exist. But you are existing at the moment, Iguana. And people are striving to look like you. You need to accept that and take responsibility and stop being a dick. No word of a lie. She does say this every day. I'm not doing anything bad. I'm not forcing anyone to watch me. We're not stupid. We're not 10. We know that you're not making anyone watch us. We're not just sitting at home playing our hamborine going, oh, this girl, blah, blah, blah. Man, you're infuriating. Maybe her mum's got the biggest insurance policy out there and is, fingers crossed, another year, she'll be gone. And I'll be rich, bitches! I know that's dark, but who the hell could put up with this BS that she says? And her new favorite thing of late that she cannot stop saying is, you guys don't know what's going on. You don't know the full truth. I get the comments under my videos. I'm sure they're her. Because what are you talking about? We don't know what's going on. We just look at you and we can see what's going on. And if you're trying to imply that you have a serious illness other than an eating disorder, then just tell everyone. What have you got to lose? There's nothing to hide. You'd probably gain another 1 million subs if you told the truth, if that was the case. But it ain't the case. And actually, how dare you imply that you do have a serious illness other than an eating disorder? Because it makes you out to be more of a liar. And we all know Iguana Looney's got diabetes. Said it in my first vid. She's still got it. She's got an eating disorder and diabetes. It's a double bunger. After my serious videos, I'm gonna start putting cute little cat vids at the end, and they're my pussos, and they're gorgeous. But Otis is a bit of a creeper on Murphy. Let's just put it out there. But you know what? If you make it to the end, you get the bonus cutie pie vid. Woo! I certainly hope I cleared some points up today with all these haters coming at me saying that I shouldn't talk about someone who's got an eating disorder. If I don't have one, you can get stuffed. I can talk about whatever I want and I can form a constructive opinion that's not just harassment, that is not just bullying. As people have said, they said it's helping them. Guess what, everyone? Remember that old saying, where there's smoke, there's fire? There's too much out there speaking about this girl and all the issues. So it's gone beyond smoke. It's a full-blown fire. Take that, Google, YouTube pants.
Hello?
I love you.
Bonjour.
Je vous aime.
Bien. Hola.
Te amo.
I love Big World. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz. If you do sub or buy any of my merch, you can let me know and I'll be sending you 50 years of free good vibes. And I'm actually in the process of making 50 years of free good vibe stickers. So for anyone that has sub or is going to sub, let me know your address and I'll be sending it straight to you. I'm safe, I'm solid. I'm not gonna sell your address on to China or anything like that. You can give me my deets, Twitter, Insta. I have an email address on my YouTube channel. All of those places. Just send it to me and you'll be getting confirmation of your good vibes in a sticker. Woohoo! That's a bloody bargain. Cheers, bullers!